for over 200 and almost $40 million. The old bald head friend Bezo
Oh
bought a
shoot,
compound
man.
right here in Florida.
Well, he he has made some very shrewd investments and stuff and everything since he hit that almost $100 billion mark. He done made some very shrewd investments. That building that he bought there in D.C. where the Washington Post is at. He bought that. He bought the Washington Post, and the Washington Post owned the property and stuff. And that all the property in that block, the Washington Post owned it, and the property and shit that he bought and everything paid for the goddamn purchase of the daggone Washington Post. Very valuable property there in D.C. He bought that about what 15 years ago, and he still owns it. So he's doing a he's taking his money and he's doing it. All this money that Trump gave him, I guess that's what he's using now to buy that shit down in Florida.
I guess so.
Huh?
He
he
sold his
taking it.
house in Seattle, and they said that he made millions profit off of that,
Probably did.
and he saved some like I guess he saved something like $7 billion. I didn't read the whole article, but he he's doing it. He's
He got
doing it.
he got enough money, but the one thing hasn't made him any money is that's that goddamn Blue Origin. He's dumping a whole lot of money in the Blue Origin. That motherfucker ain't made him all his shit. That's the only bad investment that he's made. Other than that, everything else turned out to be okay. But that Blue Origin is draining him dry. He ain't doing shit in that damn thing. He thought he was gonna be making a lot of money out of it, but it's not. Blue Origin has not been a good thing for him. Other than that, Amazon's and Amazon Web Service is making a bundle of money for him. Bundle of money. And I just heard through the grapevine, through the technical folks and everything out there, that in the next 5 years, the Amazon service that we got, their warehouse is going to be 78% of the warehouse is going to be robotics.
Damn.
78% of their warehouse is going to be run by robots. So all them people out there working in that daggone warehouse who was thinking that they're gonna have a job from now on, they can forget it. They're making decent money and stuff. They're working at a warehouse. He pays them decent money, but he getting ready to get them some robots out there. He said to do their work. 78% of them are gonna be gone. They have whole places, damn, they're full of robots. Putting supplies here, putting supplies there, putting product here, product there, shipping the stuff out, all that.
Well, I was thinking, a few years ago that the American people in this country can sustain about 5 to 600 million people. And however, I think I've changed my mind because when you think about different places in this country, there's hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, and the climate is horrible. Now here in Florida, it seems like every other year there's a major hurricane which destroys tons of housing, and then we get a lot of certain areas get a lot of flooding. So you look at Oklahoma, state of Oklahoma gets a lot of earthquakes. You look at places like Tennessee and Arkansas, all of them get a lot of tornadoes. So the livable habitat is very hard on the people as far as that goes, and people's, and a lot of these homes, these people that's in those regions, they're not building, fabulous homes. We're talking prefab, trailers, mobile homes, all that kind of stuff. Wipe them out. So if you think about it, it's almost like they have found less use for people as a whole for this country. And so therefore I think that what they're trying to do is dwindle it down. But you always got to continually um, have new birth. And the American people as a whole, these people that's been here for a few decades, they realize that, hey, in order to have children, to raise them right, you got one or two kids, it's going to cost you well over $200,000-300,000 per child just to raise them till they're 18 years old. And there's no guarantee they're going to turn out right. So people looking at the economics of it all. So I don't know. I don't know what the future of this country has, man. It seems like, there are people that are multimillionaires, a lot of people that are multimillionaires in this country, millions of them, that a lot of them don't even live here, bro. They live in other places, other countries. They got a condominium or somewhere in Belize or Caribbean islands. They might have something in Paris or all that. So anyway, I'm just saying, because you look at our industry, bro. There is none. Only thing we do is sell retail store. We just sell retail and wholesale. We're just a storage country. We store a lot of merchandise, and when you look at the demographics, bro, you gotta look at the demographics, and right now, people, this country, I think this country is sort of kind of the boys' welcome out because the farming, that's gone. They can holler about farming. The farming, they know farming don't bring no money, bro. They ain't bringing nothing. Those farmers don't make no money. As far as their sector, as far as farming, I bet you they don't bring in not even a $500 billion as far as to add it to our GPA, GPE, GPA, yeah. But our gross national product, $500 billion. So that they talk about farming. That's the reason why he don't give a shit about the farmers. And they have never given a shit. None of these major big time corporation farmers, yeah. But those small farmers, they don't give a shit. So I don't know where this country is headed. That's why I say without a vision, the people perish. But the point is that we such a melting pot. Don't nobody really care now. Where this country, that's the reason why 46, 47 don't care. The only thing he care about is making money. And all these other people just making money because the average working person, what do they do, man? Working at Walmart, whatever, working at some little store. Half the people don't make nothing. They might do a lot of service work, if they're a plumber or electrician or something like that, and then they ain't making that much money. So the future of this country is a question mark because right now the big thing is AI, and AI takes a lot of electricity, and they need a lot of land to get that thing going. A lot of energy. So I just sometimes I wonder. I say, where is this country going? Where is the vision? What are they trying to do? Because when you think about the inner city, they're all overcrowded. Chicago, New York, L.A., full of minorities. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there. I just think that right now I don't know where this country is going and what it's trying to do. But you just said it. Automation. You got retail stores or people that's like Amazon and that kind of thing. Automation. You got autos automation. You got computers now, AI automation. They don't need a lot of the little service people now to do these reports. They got AI to do all that. So the question is, what with 300 and over 350 million people in this country, what they're gonna do with the people? You can't put all of them in jail. You can't ship all of them back to where they came from. What they gonna do with the people, Ed?
You have to, with progress, there's always there's always a backlash to progress. But along with progress comes innovation, and there are other things and stuff that can be done, and we just have to figure out how to do it or what we can do with the people and stuff who are out there. One of the things you mentioned was these farmers. Well, they raise corn and soybean in most of our Midwestern states. Huge amounts of soybean and corn, huge amounts. And most of the farmers out there, their thing is to just to raise the grain, the soybean. Well, it probably won't surprise some people, but it will surprise a whole hell of a lot of people that you can take that corn. It doesn't just have to go into people's diets. There's all kind of things that you can do with corn and a byproduct of corn. Most people and stuff now they make alcohol, corn liquor, and everything with it. With the soybeans and stuff and everything, man, the the what you can do with those damn little old beans and stuff and everything is just astronomical. There are so many byproducts and stuff from that soybean, and we are not taking advantage of that. We're taking the soybean and selling it to somebody else dirt cheap or at cost or whatever it is, and then they're taking our daggone products and stuff that we're getting and producing other stuff with it. They're feeding their livestock with it. They're doing all kinds of stuff with it. The sludge that comes from the soybean sludge and stuff and everything, man, they make so many byproducts and stuff off of it, it's a crying shame. But we are not taking advantages of that. The innovation and the manufacturing of that stuff is there for us to use, but we don't do it. All we do is say, "Hey, well, the farmer's going to sell the stuff over there. We don't care about it after it goes away." Well, you have to start caring about it because you can create at least 3 or 4 different manufacturing units and stuff and everything from just the soybean by itself or the corn by itself. You're talking maybe 50,000 jobs or more. You know that one of the byproducts and stuff of the sludge that comes off of soybeans is vitamin E. We don't do anything with it. We don't have any place where we can make that stuff at right here in this country. Create jobs. Do some more research on it. Our history and stuff tells us that it can happen. Look at the old boy who did research on the damn peanut.
I knew you was going there. I knew you was going there.
He took a peanut. How many different products that he produced off of that damn peanut?
Can't count them.
Yes, sir. You got what you need right here in this country. You just got to figure out how to damn use it, and get your research people and stuff and everything to start doing stuff with it.
Well, now you didn't hit my sore spot.
I know education,
There you go.
education and research.
There you go.
That's what we're missing. We're not using what we got. This man is tearing down the stuff and everything that we can use to be better. We are innovators in this country. There are innovators in this country, and we are not using them. AI didn't come about and stuff and everything because somebody just said, "Oh, it popped out of the sky." There were people who did research on it, and they kept working with it, and figuring out how to do it and everything. And now they got machines that's sitting out there doing the learning.
Well, when you look at it, and and I'm gonna talk about. You look at all our scientists. You know the greatest people that has were more creative than probably anybody is black people, and all the science breakthroughs that they did. When you don't, there are people that come up and they're creative and they're just genius. But there are people that can be creative and become genius. Some people are just naturally inquisitive and they looking for answers. The person that did the first mobile was a black person. He just didn't know how to capitalize on it. They didn't have the capital to keep it going to mass produce it. But who's the one that helped them do it to get it going forward? Brought him over there, the peanut guy. So the question is that when I look, and I'm gonna say this, and I don't mean this against any of these so-called what they call themselves Caucasian people, because there are a lot of smart Caucasian people. However, when you do not take the cream of the crop, and then not only that, the people that's under the cream of the crop, and train them, because that cream of the crop gonna pull up some people that's gonna be more innovative than him. Now, what I think it is because, and I keep bringing this up, but I'm just sorry. When jealousy is a powerful thing, bro. Envy, jealousy is powerful. And when people see black folks doing some stuff, that's creating some stuff, for some reason, they got to come at them. There are so many people that have created things that have been stolen or taken away from them, and then the other people took advantage of it and made a lot of money off of it. So, but the thing is that because right now, as we talking right now, there are some creative people right now trying to come up with the new thing The new
Well,
thing.
well, he can't do it and everything because this knucklehead that's sitting up there at the damn White House is taking the research money away from these people who are out there doing the research and trying to create stuff for us. He's running them away. We are losing our brilliant minds and stuff and everything to different countries. We're losing it because he's too stupid to realize he needs those brilliant minds. You have to use what you got. If you are such a wheeler dealer maker and all that stuff, you need to realize that. He sat there yesterday and signed an agreement for the rare earths in Australia. Got to deal with the rare earths in Australia. Damn, Ted, we got the shit that Australia got right here
Yep.
in our ground.
Yep.
It's right here under our goddamn feet. And he signed a damn deal with Australia. We got the same crap that Australia got that they trying to make a deal with so that to get these raw material, and we got it sitting right here
Yep.
in our country. And we ain't doing shit with it. We're gonna have this. We signed a deal and we're gonna be able to make our own stuff and everything. God damn it, it's 6 years down the road. They already told you that. 98% of our raw materials are going into producing these AI chips, going into our weaponry, going into in our computer system, going into our iPhones and our phones and stuff, comes from China because they done figured out how to process that stuff. We don't know how to process it. We don't have the minds to do it. That's the point. Hell, Canada got the raw materials underground, but they don't have the technology and stuff and everything to process. So what do they do with it? They dig it up, put it on a goddamn boat, and send it over there to China and let them process it, and then they send it back over there to Canada.
Yep.
And we can't get him to get into his head. Man, all that stuff you're talking about, it ain't worth a crap if you don't know how to process it.
Well,
We sat down there, Ted, and we got in a video to come over here. You got Yahweh and all the rest of them folks out there. They're sitting out there, and we told them folks, we ain't going to give you the chips for to improve your technology over there. We ain't going to give you the chips. We're going to keep it back from you. They're going to sit there and hold on to it because they got it. Well, guess what them little old slant eyes and stuff have done? Then they went over there and they done figured out how to damn near make a chip better than what the hell we got. And they are that close to bypassing us as far as these AI chip productions. That close.
you ever heard of the word the urgency of now?
Mm, Yep.
Well, the point is that there's an urgency and there's a now. These people, they look at, and when I say these people, I'm talking about the money people. What they're looking at is how can I capitalize on it? Now, you got creative people, innovative people, and all they want to do is they want to create and innovate. They ain't thinking about the money.
Mm-hmm.
All they want to do is create, innovate, come up with some new stuff, trial and error, because that's what science is, to try to see and testing and all that kind of thing. And so these people are looking at that. That's the reason why if you go back on and you look at those, they got about 5 or 6 companies here in America that's doing that, but they need investors. It takes money to do all that. It takes people power. But what we want to do is we want to take the easy way out and not invest into these companies with things that you need, products that you need. We do so many things so ass backwards, but at the same, because we got ass backwards people in the Senate. We got a lot of smart people in the Senate. You know, you got doctors, you got lawyers, you got scientists, you got all kind of people there, but you got a lot of ignorant people there. That the only thing they want to do is talk about politics. That's all they care about is politics. And they use any little wedge issue that they can so that they can persuade the people that they're right. And they treat it like an entertainment. I mean, I don't know if you heard them. They come up there and they talk. All of them talk, and they just talking BS, just lying. But I fought the Democrats too because what the Democrats need to do, they need to get their chart out, and I guess they think the American people is too damn dumb to know exactly what the reason why they on strike. You need to put the numbers up, simplistic numbers. Why we are striking and the reason why. And one of the reasons, and I don't know all the detail, but one of the reasons is that each one of those hospitals have a hypocritical oath, and anybody that comes in there, they have to serve. That
Yep.
costs them hospitals money. They got to be reimbursed for their time, their talent, and helping those people. And if they don't get reimbursed, and they spend, let's say, for example, 200 hours of helping the people that can't pay. Because anybody that walk in there, whether you're American or undocumented or whatever, they have to take care of them. So, so what you want them to do? Keep working for nothing and don't get paid? They send a doggone bill to the government. The government said, no, I'm sorry, we can't pay for that. That's why you have those programs so that they can be taken care of and those hospitals can stay open for the insured and the uninsured. Because those people that are uninsured, most of them are American because they can't afford insurance or they lost their insurance to their job and they might not even qualify for Medicaid. But they want to say that they're going to spend a $1 trillion on illegals, undocumented. That's a lie. That's a lie. But I'm telling you, the Democrats need to get some balls and tell the people the truth and tell them this is what the money is for. This is what we got to do and lay it out. You can't keep on talking about, well, it's going to be so many people not going to have insurance and their insurance going to triple and this and that and blah, blah, blah. Hey, you got a budget right there. You already put a proposal and everything. Lay it out. Line item by line item. Take an hour and explain it to the American people. And the American people will understand exactly what you're saying. And if you believe what you think you're doing is right, then hey, that's what it is. And if the American people say, "Oh, we don't want to do that shit," then you lose. But you can't keep on holding up the government. I mean, he gonna fire a lot of people anyway. But the damn thing, you can't be holding up the government and people working and paying their taxes and shit. They want to get services. This man took million. He stopped all kind of infrastructure going on in this country. We already behind as it is. So now he done stopped infrastructure for a whole lot of states, especially the blue states, so-called blue states. That's how evil he is, because he want to win. Anyway, That's all he want to do is win. You know, just like he think he done won over there in Gaza and Israel. He told a lie today. He was on the train saying, "Well, I'm not gonna send no soldiers there, but we're gonna support Israel. You know, to get rid of those whatever they call them, Hamas or whatever kind of people they are. They got so many little different groups of people that's against Israel. It's ridiculous. But I guess Hamas over there for Palestinians, you know, they're having a problem of trying to run their own country because the Hamas is the ones that's taking over because they got all the guns. They're violent people. Wherever the hell they come from, I don't know where they come from and who they are. I don't know if they, um, Iranians or whatever. But most of those people are and Palestinians. They're Muslim people. You got some Christians, that are Palestinians, but that's just crazy, man. The these people that's not strong enough or can't get themselves together to run their own country, and the majority of them are Palestinians, and they don't want to fight the Hamas people. They should have an army of their own, shouldn't they?
Well, the Hamas folks are mostly if I had to characterize them, they are the what we might call in this country the gangs. They are the gangs. They're the mafia, and they want to control people. So they use their power and they strength and everything just to be gangsters and stuff. And they didn't gangster the Palestinians. Uh, Israel came over, moved over into there, and Hamas got scared, and they ran into ground. They ran on the ground and stuff, and he started hiding. And as soon as Israel stopped the ceasefire and everything, they brought their butts right back out and started gangstering the Palestinians again. So
Yeah.
they're the mafia. They go gangster folks and stuff and get power back. That's how they work. They're a bunch of gangs. That's it. And they have a right, I guess, and everything. Israel does it. I would think and stuff to run those gangs and stuff out. And if they did that and everything, the Palestinians could probably be okay. But the Palestinians and stuff don't want to be strong enough and everything to fight Hamas and say, hey, y'all creating more problems for us than we need here. And get together a group of them folks and everything, and get them the hell out of their country.
Or that's what I was just saying. They need to form their own army and
Right. They form their own stuff and everything and get them son of a guns out. And that's what I would be doing. Hey, they're causing me problems. They're causing my people problems. If we get them out of here, then we can negotiate and stuff and be able to stop the killings over here in our country. But they won't. But the Palestinians won't do it.
they should be working with uh, Israel. If Israel is on the up and up to do the right thing, they should be working with Israel to use some of their people because these people, just like you said, they're mafia. They can show up at any time and do whatever they got to do to create havoc. All you need is a half a dozen of them or a dozen of them, you know, to create havoc. And a lot of them willing to go ahead on and shoot people. I saw they showed it on TV, almost live TV. It was recorded, I'm sure, but they lined up a dozen Palestinians,
And kill them.
straight out
Yeah. They
assassination.
they they gangstered them people and stuff so they can get back in power. Just like over in Afghanistan. They gangstered those folks over there in Afghanistan and stuff and everything, the good people and stuff and everything, and they took back over again. They have to get some, as we say, some balls and say, we ain't gonna put up with this mess and run them out. Well, I'm pretty sure it's not that simple, but that's
Yeah, well, I
the
mean, when
essence.
it all boils down to it, it is that simple. I mean, but you're right. It's not that simple. It's very complicated and very a
Yeah,
lot of
and you
nuances and stuff.
and some of these people are going to die. Yeah, but they got to stand up for themselves.
But
Get
they
some
dying
backbone.
already. Over almost
I know they
80,000
are.
people.
They down already, but they don't even understand that they don't that these gangsters and stuff and everything is creating them problems, and they know that they are, but they're not putting together the strength that they need. Or hell, if it was me, I had a Israelis come over here and say, "Hey man, come over here. That they are right there." Kill these sons of guns, shoot them down. They're the ones that are going over there, and your dad gonna country killing you. I'm gonna tell you exactly where they at. I'm gonna spy on them and have them come over there and kill every last one of them. See, all right, he a stool pigeon. Cause I'm gonna tell. Oh man, I don't know. I don't know, man. This is too much. It's too much. Yes, it's too much. We're gonna have to. I don't know, Ted. I don't know, man. Hell, we got a gangster right now. you
Yeah, he
think
trying
he
to
a
gangster.
you
He
think he
trying
a
to get
mafia?
gangster.
You think he a mafia boss or a godfather? And we can't get rid of him. So who are we over there to tell them what to do? Oh man,
I mean, right in front of their face, just tore up the grounds of the White House. He didn't ask
They,
for permission or nothing.
and told Bessie to tell these people and stuff they better not take no pictures of it to sit out so people can see what the hell they doing because the Treasury Department is sitting right there by it and the windows and stuff are pointing toward the demolition. So they don't want people to see him tearing up our house. So they done threaten their employees. You better not take no pictures of it and send them out so the news media can find out what the hell he's doing over there. I can't believe this, Ted, that we got this summer going to tear down that place, spending almost 350, probably $400 million or more, so he can have a damn ballroom. And we need every dime we can get. You know, stop the school lunch program for our children, taking food out of their mouth, cut up on SNAP, jacked our daggone insurance up so daggone high and stuff. Most of us can't even afford it. But he can go over there and tear down our house and put up a goddamn ballroom. He got enough money to do that, but he ain't got enough money to give to us. He got enough money to move a daggone naval ship off the coast of California and spend all that money shooting bullets over into
Through the blanks.
into our to Camp Pendleton, 1,000 pounds. Wasting bullets, and it ain't even the 250th anniversary. It's next
And
month.
them damn Republicans, they sitting up there acting like they winning and they act like they doing the right thing and they think that the American people think they're doing the right thing. Oh, of course, your people think you're doing the right thing because they don't know no better. Because Fox News and on and all those different nation whatever they call themselves and the radio
Newsmax.
stations telling them the wrong information. And they so stupid and dumb, they didn't persuaded them. He didn't stop all the people coming over the border. He didn't did this and he ain't did shit for you.
He just did nothing. And all the smart people who supposed to be getting these H-1 visas, he done jacked them up. You can't get one of them unless you pay me $100,000. You got to pay me before you can get them. And then he got nerve enough to tell our university, well, you got to do what I tell you to do, and I give you some money If you don't do what I tell you to do, I'm gonna take all your government money that you're supposed to be getting, and you ain't gonna get it.
Yep.
Better do what I tell you to do. If they ain't gangster mafia, I don't know what is. But nobody said nothing. They ain't said a word.
Well, here's the thing, and I don't know if it's a cover up or not, or it's just some kind of publicity. They claim where he golfed at, somebody built some kind of little thing up in the tree where it's almost look like it's a setup so that they can set up and assassinate him.
Mm.
Now, don't they have people all around where he corrals on a regular basis watching?
Hmm. Hmm.
Don't they have video all over the place?
They're supposed to.
So now all of a sudden, this this little setup up in the tree is there. So nobody saw that. With no video taken of it.
Mm.
That's almost like the guy that shot Charlie Kirk. They got him coming off the thing, but they don't show him shooting.
He jumped off the roof and
Right,
ran away. And ran away.
right.
And they couldn't catch him. Yeah. He, his mama said, "You go on there, turn yourself in." He walked into the place. That's the only reason why they knew who he was. He walked in the door and gave up. And the FBI said, "We caught him. We did everything we could. We got him. We got him. You ain't got nothing." That man surrendered. Ted, we sitting here yesterday in our show, and right here in my town, there was a guy that went out to the Hartsfield Atlanta Airport and had AK-47 rifle, and he would go break into the out there into the airport and shoot anybody up in there. Nobody said shit about it. They closed the airport down, and ain't nobody saying nothing. Guess how they found him? His family called the Atlanta Police Department and said, "Our our brother, my son, is coming down there to shoot up the Atlanta airport."
But they showed a picture that he had just pulled right in front of the airport with his car, and didn't
That's how
the
they
police didn't even check and say, "Hey, what was
and
this
they
car
check it
doing?"
out. And they called me and told me he was coming. They
Thank
finally
goodness that he didn't come in there with the gun. He went in there and did a survey, and then that's when they caught him.
he got they knew they called me and say he coming. That's the only way they got him. They done shut the airport down. Ain't nobody said nothing. Got police cars all over the place. News media, they ain't saying shit.
Oh, it's
I
all
didn't
over the news.
I didn't find out about it, man, until about 8:30, 9 o'clock last night when my wife landed and said that her plane had to fly around the airport and stuff, and then because they couldn't land because they had an emergency going on. So I didn't find out till she got home. You didn't come around there and say anything to me, call me up and say to tell me and say was I safe or not? I said, what are you talking about? They had an armed man down at the airport down there, and you didn't care. I said, shit, I didn't know nothing about it. My
Oh,
nephew in Illinois knew about the stuff before we knew about it down here in Georgia.
that's why I say we probably knew about it before you all did.
Yeah, they did. And her girlfriend in Indianapolis knew about it. Because soon as her plane landed, She called her up. You safe down there. They got a gunman down there. We didn't know nothing about it. They knew about it. Everybody outside Taylor, Georgia knew about it. We didn't. I ain't kidding you. Nobody knew nothing about it down here. They never
Wow.
got to the news, no nothing. It's on international news and stuff. We ain't heard nothing down here. And she get mad at me. I said, we ain't heard nothing about it. Ain't nobody thought. Well, my nephew called me. He in Chicago. Asked me, was I okay? My girlfriend called me from Indianapolis. Said, am I okay? Because they heard about it. I said, we ain't heard nothing. The Atlanta Journal-Constitution ain't said shit. Oh, we in trouble. He came from. Guess where he came from?
Where you come from?
Cartersville, Georgia.
Mm.
You know anything about Georgia, you know about Cartersville. That's Marjorie Taylor Greene's territory.
Is it really? Okay.
That's Marjorie Taylor Greene's country. That's where her folks is at. That's her district. He come out of her district. Drove all the way from Cartersville down to the airport. Hell, Cartersville, about 80 miles away. He took off and drove there. Her people. Oh, man. And they got nerve enough to tell us that we are terrorists who are doing the King's March. We terrorists. And they got terrorists coming out of Republican territory down there shooting up the damn airport. But we the terrorists. Anybody said nothing? Trump ain't said shit. Ain't seen anybody said shit. But they call us terrorists. Yeah, them damn Democrats, they terrorists. They against this country. These folks down there got AK-47s and shit down there shooting up the goddamn major
Misinformation, bro.
airport.
That's all they do.
But we the terrorists. all the people who marching out there, they the terrorists. They bad for America. Oh man, Ted, we in trouble. Well, final word, my brother. We getting
Well,
close.
we getting ready to have NBA season start tonight. So I'm excited. I'm be watching a lot of basketball, staying up to 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning, watching my games. I look forward to that.
But you ain't said nothing about what happened to your boys last night.
Ooh, boy, that was a
You kind
sorry
of quiet
display
on
of
that one.
football. That was a sorry. I was so frustrated. I was saying, what the hell is going on? They can't run. They can't catch.
You haven't. I see you selectively avoided that.
I say, what in the hell? I say, man, these dudes, man. Wow. I said that was a horrible, horrible game.
Now
And you
that was
had
a
one
game.
guy beat him.
That was a game that they should have won.
That's the game that would have put them over the top. They would have been 6-1.
Can't win the small ones. Oh, so who was this 7'4" brother from is it Philly or someplace? He's 7'4", they said. Brother playing basketball.
For who?
He playing from Philly. They think they're from Philly or someplace.
Really?
Yeah. He's 7'4". I was reading about it earlier and stuff and everything. I didn't get a chance to read the whole article and stuff, but they were talking about it. Said he done grew some more. And
Where you
he
from,
out there.
Africa?
I don't know where he's from, but they say he grew some more. He's 7'4" now. He playing. He playing. I think he said Philly or somebody.
Well, I know
Brother.
that the guy from France, he grew 7'7".
Oh wow. No, they said this guy is 7'4". He like a brother. I
Yeah,
just
well,
saw a
this
picture of
dude,
him.
he looks like a brother too. I can't think of his name. He got a funny name. He's seven. He grew 2 inches.
Damn. Who does he play for?
The Spurs.
That might be him.
Yeah, 7'7" now.
Yeah, that might be him. That might be him because I think they showed me he was in a black uniform, and the Spurs wear black.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah,
well, it was him.
the
Seven foot
Spurs
seven
wear
now.
black. Yeah, that must be him. That must have
I
been him.
think they. I think they play tonight too.
Mm. Well, we shall see. Come on, NBA basketball, save us.
I need some joy.
Yeah, and I'm hearing and stuff through the grapevine and everything. Some of our college prognosticators are predicting that Ohio State shouldn't be the number one team in the country.
Who? Indiana?
There's a whole bunch of them out there, man, prognosticating said they ain't supposed to be number one team. Indiana's supposed to be the number one team in the country.
They don't play each other this year, do they?
They don't play them until they get to the championship. They won't play them until they get to a championship. But they are saying that they got a better team than Ohio State does. I haven't seen Indiana. I haven't saw them
Me
play.
neither.
But they are saying there's a couple of about 4 or 5 different basketball experts, supposedly experts, football experts, college football experts, said that Indiana looks like a better team than Ohio State right now. Even though Ohio State done got what 61st place votes, Indiana I think they only got 2. But they don't have no loss behind them, and they figured that from who they've just played, they don't think Indiana gonna have a loss at all the whole year. They should be able to run through the Big Ten real quick. They don't see anybody to beat them. So we'll see. We shall see. And I think your boys down in Florida, they're saying that there's some top-notch coach is going to be coming in. They haven't said any names yet, but they supposed to be some bad coaches and stuff supposed to be coming in. They're supposed to be able to find somebody to come down here to take over Florida.
Hey, it's a good time to be a good coach, bro. You can make a lot of money.
Yep, they can make a lot of money. And they're saying that some team in Virginia and stuff and everything wants to is calling James Franklin in and stuff and everything to ask him so he can interview him to be their head coach. Some school in Virginia, Virginia Tech or someplace. I don't know which one it is, but they want him Franklin to come in to be interviewed for the job, be their head coach. So he might be out there on the sidelines again next year or pretty soon. So we'll see. Penn State got rid of him because he can't win that big one. So I guess he might be able to go to one of those small schools and bring them up a little bit and help them in their win column. We'll see. Anyway, anything else going on?
That's about it. We just got to keep our eye on this 47. I tell you, no telling what's next on the agenda. Because one thing he does, he plays offense.
Oh yeah, he got something else going on. He wants to distract those folks from that building he's tearing down. And I know he's sitting down there praying and hoping that they don't screw their job up, tearing that building down. If something happens and they can't get their billing done, if it don't look right, he's gonna have a whole lot of explaining to do. Somebody's gonna get blamed for that. I don't know. And guess what? We got a sign about what the heck going on there in Israel and the Gaza stuff going on in Palestine. He got a scapegoat already. Jared Kushner, his son-in-law. He got it. he he was sitting in the interview with the vice president, because he sent the vice president over there to tell him what they're going on. They're going to get this peace agreement going. And they asked the vice president, well, what do you think about this? Is the peace going to last? And he said, he turned around and pointed toward Jared Kushner. This his baby. And old Jared, he just sit there and smile. Yeah, you getting ready to get blamed, son of a gun. They getting ready to have a scapegoat. Anyway, people, if this peace agreement don't turn out, blame Jared Kushner.
And it won't be Trump's fault.
It won't be Trump's fault. Jared, he said Jared over there. Jared's supposed to take care of it. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.